People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And my soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. And I got my Brambleberry box. They sent a big old box and a whole bunch of packing peanuts for this amount of stuff. Let's go over what we got, shall we? First off, don't fuss about the packing peanuts because this is insulation. If you have a column mold, put your soap that you just freshly poured in that column mold, pour these packing peanuts around it in a box. It will insulate it and gel it and keep it from tumbling over. So I don't fuss about the packing peanuts. They're a little annoying, but I don't fuss about it. And then the box, hey, thanks for the free soap mold. I'm not kidding even a little bit. If you put a liner over there, like freezer paper or a plastic bag, it will hold soap. And then you can use it for a hanger swirl or a peacock swirl or something. In the meantime, here's what I have in that box. I have a book on how to make soap. No, how to make lotion rather. I know how to make lotion. I've made lotion before. I followed videos from my friends who have made lotions, but I've never had anything in writing. So then if I forget something that's up here, we stuck, because you know my memory has failed since the strokes. So now I have something I can follow along with. I am all for things that are written down now for that same reason. Then we have my absolute fave. This is rice bran oil, which is real good for mature skin and young skin and skin that needs a little extra moisture because it's moisturizing, and skin that needs some resiliency. I can't talk today. So in other words, say for instance I want something to do about that turkey neck thing I got going on, rice bran oil would be my first choice and my second line of defense behind dill and apple and mango butter. So, you know, I want to make a soap that's got that in it. And in fact, I just give myself an idea. I just might. Then we have Dermabin, which is a preservative. Come to find out, the one I need is Dermabin 2. So I might have to go get some more Dermabin 2, but this still is a preservative to keep your lotions from going rancid or, you know, soaps or whatever. I generally use everything all natural. This is propylene glycol, which is natural. Deionizourea, I'll have to look that up. Methylparaben and polypropyl. Doesn't sound like it can be grown somewhere, so yeah, I will have to look and see how much of this is derived from nature. But because if you're using a lotion without a preservative is a bad thing. They usually use primarily natural ingredients, so I can deal with it. In the meantime, I also have emulsifying wax, because if you make a lotion, you're going to need some of this stuff. Stearic acid, emulsifying wax, the preservative, and that's what makes your lotion for you. It's basically like a glycerin suspension without being glycerin, because oil and water separates. Oil, water, emulsifying wax binds. So that's how you get lotion. This is how you make lotion. You can't have lotion without emulsifying wax of some type. I'm using this emulsifying wax. You can use beeswax. You can use Canadua wax. There's all kinds of emulsifying waxes you can use. This is just the one I chose. And did I mention the red mica? I think I did. But let's go over this. This red mica I've heard good things about, which is good because red has a tendency to disappear in soaps. Just like red has a tendency to disappear in fabrics, red has a tendency to disappear in anything cotton. That's why quilts from the way back in the day type, thing, they had quilts that the color was listed as turkey red. You know why the quilts was listed as turkey red for that color? Because it started out this vibrant, and then it faded to this turkey brown color known as turkey red. And that was all they had, so that's what they did, and they just planted their soaps around it, or they quilts around it. Well, I'm planting my soaps around the fact that this may or may not fade to another color. So I will. Okay, can you fuss a little bit softer? Anyway, I will be planting my soaps and the color scheme around the fact that this might fade to a different color. So I will have complementary colors to soften the effect if it does fade. Then I have a free sample of baby's breath, which smells like everything green on the planet. Not necessarily in a good way. Oh. Let's clear that out of my sinuses. I have a mica duster, or they don't actually call it a mica duster. They call it maybe they do. It's a duster for when you put glitter and stuff and then you want to sprinkle it, because it is such a fine mesh that the only thing that'll get through there would be the glitter. So yeah, I've always wanted one of those. The first soap I did that was going to be a pencil line, and it came out to be a catastrophe because I thought you just use a fine mesh duster and that would be considered a super fine mesh duster. So when I went like this, everything dropped out. Then I had to use a little brush to try to evenly spread it out. It was a disaster. Now I have the proper tool for the proper job. Then we have this. It's my rainbow sampler. And the rainbow has some issues. The red is raspberry. It's more of a purpley pink. But anyway, let's see if I can get you closer to, yeah, the contrast is kind of off, so yeah, the colors on your screen may vary. But that's fine. It will be seen in its entirety in a different video. Then we have Buttercup Yellow. And it's apparently folded in there, so apparently there was some kind of problem with the packaging. Oh, look at there. Apparently the package sprung a leak, so they were kind enough to put it in a new plastic bag, so that way I could see that there was an issue, so that way I don't just have it everywhere, so we'll keep that nice and sealed up. Then we have rose gold mica. How is this part of a rainbow? Let's see if I can get the lighting to, yeah, there we go. Rose gold. That's an interesting color. Racing stripe orange. Yeah, very vibrant. Caribbean blue, very pretty. Then we have Kelly green. Wow, that is Kelly green. Hey, look at the Irish. Happy St. Patty's Day. I just remembered this St. Patrick's Day today. And then this is called Queen's Purple mica. Okay. And then the pièce de resistance. I don't know why they keep having that same argument very loudly and getting louder and louder and louder in there because, hello, they know I'm filming a video in here. I don't know if that's a way of getting attention or what, because we had just had this conversation that I was going to make a video. Oh, well, then we'll be quiet for 10 minutes. And here we are, 10 minutes and 27 seconds. They ain't been quiet yet. This is a hanger swirl tool. Looks a little different than what people consider to be a hanger swirl tool, but here's the important part of the difference. It's 18 inches long, and you can shape it for whatever mold size you have, whether it be a 10-inch mold or a 18-inch mold or whatever. This I'm going to use a lot. I've always wanted to do a hanger swirl, but I was always bumped by, where did that coat hanger come from? Is that aluminum, or is that steel, or is that iron? And how clean is it? Because people get coat hangers from any place, and I don't know if they sterilize it or not, but I am OCD germaphobe from way back when. So just the fact that this has a silicone coating, is sterile, and is never been used by anybody for anything before, very appealing to me. And then last but not least, this was in my wish list forever, and now it's being discontinued, so I figured I better get it while the getting's good. Silicone cake liner. Yeah, so I can make soaps that look like cake or pie, pizza, or anything round. So yeah. Ooh, excuse me. And it has, wow, this thing has a rating on it that tells you the max temperature of 230 degrees Celsius or a minus 40 degrees Celsius. And of course, all those other warnings, like you can't actually use it for baking in an oven for food and so forth and so on, because it is a soap mold. It just happens to look like a cake. And yeah, I'm assuming it's probably got the PP code on there too, for if you want to use it for like mixing lye or whatever. But see, this is a little bit too flimsy for that purpose, so yeah. But there's no recycle number on it, and if there is, I can't spot where it is. And then the one thing that I'm finding really fun about this mold, it says Brambleberry right on it. So even if there's another format in the house for, hey, we use this for this and we use that for that, this says Brambleberry. Nobody can say, oh, I have one just like that, because I'm the only soap maker here, and Brambleberry is a soap company. Yeah. So that's what I have for you today. The only thing I have to do now is get the bonnet in place, then get the goggles in place, then get my gloves on, and it's time to get soaping. Because as the forecast says, weekend forecast, soap making with no chance of house cleaning or cooking, because it is time for soaping. Yep. And this tells everybody in this house, hey, don't bother her, soap maker at work. In the meantime, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. Go check it out. Get yourself something nice. Don't worry about it's too pretty to use, because I will make you some more if you use it up. And then my t-shirt designs are purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye now. Yep.